Oh, okay. That's always fun. We are live, baby. Let's go.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to another edition of the Fantasy Sports Matrix. For a while, I was hesitating on what to call it, like the Fantasy Sports Matrix show, Fantasy Sports Matrix podcast, but just calling it the Matrix. We're just in the Matrix
We're in
right
the
now.
Matrix,
You
baby.
know,
We
that's
are in a simulation.
and we are going to simulate the best team we can possibly draft in this Underdog Best Ball Big Board contest that we have coming up right at you. I know we talked a little bit before this, but Sammy, how you doing?
Mm, I'm doing wonderful. If we have any interruptions during the pod, apparently my au pair is moving in and sleeping here tonight.
Ah,
So, and
I,
her room is right across from my office. So this should be a lot of fun.
nice.
And also potentially, I could need to go on mute a couple of times here,
All
but
right,
should
perfect.
be all good.
I can't wait to take advantage of your not paying attention in the draft. So
Well, I've learned to queue. Some
oh,
guy
there you
taught
go.
me how important it is to queue players, so I've started to do that in between my picks now, just in
Beautiful,
case.
beautiful. Now, at least someone's learning something. It might not be me, but at least someone else is learning.
I'm
All
not
right.
sure it's me either.
Cool. So, uh, let's. Oh, here. Let me pull my screen up. Where are we? Here we go. And let's count down on one when you're good. All right.
I am good.
Three, two, one. Hop in.
All right, fetch my draft.
All right. Eight more. So we got some people.
Oh, I got six more. Oh no, eight more. I'm sorry, eight more.
Yeah,
You're right.
there we go. So while we're waiting for some people to hop in, hopefully some people come in the next 5-10 minutes or so. I know this is going off the cuff here, but give me a take or two of some free agency stuff that you're thinking about after, or trade stuff
Okay.
after the last week or two. I know I'm throwing this at you, so
So I'll start with a trade that happened today,
yeah.
right? And
Uh huh.
that's Elijah Moore going to the Browns, and I'll throw the McCole Hardman signing in that whole
Sure, sure.
conversation, right? Um, I like massage bullshit aside. Deshaun Watson has generally been a very fun player to watch. And I think good Deshaun Watson is good for the NFL as a whole. It's good for fantasy. It's good
Mhm.
for the NFL. There are a lot of players on the Browns that are fantasy relevant. You the running back, obviously Nick Chubb, Cooper, Moore. I think this helps his stock tremendously. And I would certainly be targeting him at ADP tonight and going forward for at least the next week until his ADP catches up to where he probably should be. I think this helps Njoku as well because there's a lot of targets to go around in that offense. I do think it hurts Nick Chubb a little bit,
Mm. Hmm.
like in a weird way, kind of does.
And to interrupt you here, there was something I was kind of thinking about a little bit before this. A lot of these trades happened with Nick Chubb. So at the very end of the season, when Watson was quarterback, they were playing out of shotgun a lot more. And Nick Chubb isn't great at getting the ball in shotgun and doing a lot with it. So I'm very interested to see what they do if Watson starts to play under center. If he's playing under center in preseason a lot, I'll feel a lot better about Chubb. But if not, I'm worried. And I like Jerome Ford at the end of drafts, especially now that Dearness is drawn. I think they may have signed someone else in Cleveland at running back, but I like that pass catching option there. But real quick, I want to talk to you about the ADP of some of these Browns. So I'm going to tell you that we got five more people we're waiting for in the draft. So I'm going to tell you these Browns and at their current ADP and tell me if you'll draft them there before then or you're going to draft after then now. So the first
Okay.
one, we will leave Chubb out of it. We'll just do the passing game. Amari Cooper at 35. So end of the third round.
Absolutely not.
So
Later.
where yeah, how far back do you think he's going?
I put Cooper somewhere between the fourth and fifth round, like back end of the fourth, front end of the fifth, somewhere
Yeah.
between 42 and 50, 54.
So
Is that yeah.
let me give you some names. Christian Watson,
Yeah, definitely ahead of Cooper.
Pittman,
Definitely ahead of Cooper.
London,
Ahead of Cooper.
Christian Kirk.
Ahead of Cooper.
Terry. I'm with you, by the way.
Absolutely ahead of Cooper. I like Terry more than half the guys you just said.
Keenan Allen.
Behind Cooper.
I think I agree. And I'll go one more, Jackson Smith and Jigba.
That's so up in the air right now.
It's close. So it's around that range. So you were right in your estimation because that's about ADP 51 to 54. Keenan's at 51 right now. So
yeah,
I bet he settles in somewhere around 50. So let's go to some of the other ones real quick. Watson, 83.6.
So quarterback in general this year, I think, is so tough to pin down because you have your top guys, your Mahomes, your Hurts, your Allen are going really in the second or third round, the latest right now. And then you have your mid tier, which is like Fields, essentially. It's just really Fields.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'd say what you're saying 86 for Watson,
83.6. So
83.6. So yeah, like back end of the
seventh, end of the seventh. Yeah.
Yeah. I like him there. I would say I would take him at ADP.
Yeah. I may even move him up a little bit just because I haven't been taking him much.
Right.
In my mind, it was like, I'll take him on Cooper teams. But now that they have some more weapons you can get after he's drafted, like right after he's drafted, you have Njoku at 101. We have one more person, so I'm going to kind of go through this pretty quickly. 109 is Donovan Peoples-Jones. And, they haven't updated. Let's see where. I think Moore was 115. Yeah, Moore was 115 as of yesterday. So all those guys are going after Watson. So it's very easy to find a way to grab Watson. I'll probably take him early 7th, depending on how my build is, if I feel confident in that. But yeah, Njoku at 101, how are you feeling about that?
I love that. So Njoku, that puts him behind your Goddards of the world, behind your Kyle Pittses, but above like that Chig Muth range, right? He sits somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, 2. Okay.
So you're gonna get one of the top 2 guys here. This is gonna be interesting. So at the 6th spot, I've seen a few people try and do this, and I haven't made an attempt yet. So this might be my chance to do it. Around 6 or 7, you take AJ Brown. I don't know why I was having trouble with that. AJ Brown at 1.6, and then take Smith at 2.7, and hope that Hurts makes it to 31. And I've seen a couple teams do that. Let's see how I'm feeling. I do have a decent amount of AJ. I may take Tyreek if he's there, but this feels like a piss draft. Let's see if there's any names that I recognize.
Yeah, I may, depending on how the board shakes out, I have a feeling that I might do a RB 2-3. If I can grab Kenny and Brees, I'm going to do it.
I like that.
I don't have a lot of Brees and I don't have a lot of Kenny, and I need some more, and this is a good position to do it.
No, that's a good one. Definitely get your low exposures when you can, especially if you want more of them.
Well, yeah, I think Brees, frankly, if he's good, I'm going to grab Chase here to start us off.
Yeah.
I think if Brees is healthy, sky is the limit for him. He could have an RB1 season.
Yeah, I'm really low on him right now at that range, but I'm starting to think that, especially because it's a tournament, if this was a regular season where you need him for like 10 weeks, then I'm not really touching him at that ADP. But like, if all you're really looking for is kind of 4 or 5 weeks at the end of the season from him, maybe 1 or 2 of those spike weeks, like he could be the guy you need. So I only want to take him in like, let's call it hero builds where he's like my one like stud guy, and then I get some depth to last me until the playoffs, because I want to have 7 running backs on my team, or 6 really good running backs on my team if I have Hall. Am I up right now? So I'm not going to take. Oh, I took Hill. Okay.
So are you going to grab Kelsey at 6?
No, I'm going to go
not
Brown.
Great value.
I've had a lot of Kelsey, especially earlier than this, so I'm fine taking some wide receivers here and seeing if I can play the the
Wow.
Devonta Smith game here. So yeah, 1-7 Kelsey, super interesting.
I haven't done a big board fast in like a week. When did
Yeah.
Garrett Wilson become fucking
Oh yeah.
14-7?
Whenever the Rodgers news came out of like, oh, he's probably going to get traded there, he hopped Higgins and
Wow.
wow, I didn't even realize he hopped
He
Raw and
hopped
Waddle
he
too.
hopped Raw and Waddle too.
It's like I'm taking Raw, Waddle, Higgins, Smith probably all over him. I know Wilson had a great year, but
Yeah.
wow, so they take Wilson over CeeDee Lamb. That's I don't know.
No, that's just wrong.
I don't know.
That's
That's
wrong.
yeah.
Look, Garrett Wilson's really, really good. He's gonna have a great
Sure.
career. Like I
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
love Garrett Wilson. Dynasty, like give me all of the
Oh,
Garrett Wilson.
100%.
But yeah, I don't see him as a top 10 pick in best ball.
You're buying him at his peak right here, and they got Hardman. They still have Corey Davis, and
They got Lazard too.
and they got
Lazard's gonna
Lazard.
be his third down go-to guy.
Yeah, especially he plays the slot. He's a big slot. So now Wilson's going to be more on the outside, which he's good at. He's very
great.
good at that. But him being able to be the best player at every position last year really benefited him, especially in that offense, especially when Hall was hurt. And if Hall's coming back at the end of the year, this is a team that wants to run the ball. I think they come from the San Francisco coaching tree. So I'm not a huge fan of this. So let's see if I can get my guy Devontae.
I think you'll get him. I have a feeling that this guy he has Devontae. He's probably going to go. He probably would go T if he goes receiver, which I don't think he's going to do. I think he'll end up taking Saquon or Eckler here. Oh, Olave, bold. I love it.
This draft is getting weird.
This draft is getting weird quickly. There you go. You get your guy.
Yep, let's do that. And
yeah, so I think I'm going to be able to get both of them. If I can get Barkley at 23, that would be a fucking coup. I would love that. That's going to be a unique.
Yeah,
unique
that's the thing. It's going to be super unique because you have Chase, right?
Yeah,
Chase
Barkley.
There's not a ton of Chase Barkley.
Yeah, and then I can grab Brees on the way back potentially.
Come on,
if he's gonna grab Metcalf.
Yeah,
don't
you gotta.
take.
Oh, come on!
All right, I'm gonna go Kenny to start, and then I'll hope that Brees is there. Otherwise, I'll grab Metcalf or Jacobs. I don't want to grab Jacobs, but I don't really love Debo. Honestly, I don't mind Tony here.
Huh?
I don't mind going Pollard.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were saying Darius Tony. I'm like, I don't think you got to draft him that early. Yeah. No, yeah. Honestly, I think I wanted to ask you about Henry because I know you're our resident Titan fan here. So what's going on with Henry? Do you think he stays or do you think he gets moved? Because if he stays, I don't love him here because I think they're trying to tank.
Oh, they're tanking for Caleb, baby. We are tanking for Caleb 100%. That my hope is that Vrabel survives it because he's, I think, one of the better coaches in the league.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they've certainly had preliminary talks to see what they could get for him. So we'll see. Nice.
Got him.
Grab Brees.
That's nice. I don't have much of him. I want to start grabbing some more when I'm in that area. There's no way Hurts is going to fall, right? One of these three guys,
he just got taken.
Yeah. You know, you got to push it sometimes. This is what happens. So I'm fine with that.
You're 3 out. You'll end up this.
Yeah, I'll get one of those 3. I'm fine with either of those. So
yeah,
I love Pollard. I hope I get Pollard. Honestly,
I love this guy. Stanky legs build start out. Hurts, McCaffrey, Saquon. This is a great 10 wide receiver team in the making.
And that's a super unique team too, because you think about in the beginning of the drafts how many because when Barkley and Hurts were both going closer to like 14, 15 than they were here. So that's a super unique build. So I like that. It's very difficult to see Hurts fall that far. I've heard a few stories of him, but I thought it was because his ADP had fallen a little bit more. You're asking for 10 spots after ADP.
It's
9
not going to happen. Not this early.
No. So I have seen a couple people get that, but this will still be a fun build anyway.
Yeah. Can you riddle me something, Bobby?
Yeah, go for it.
Why is Mark Andrews still in the late 30s? What is going on there?
I don't know. I
don't think I have a single Mark Andrews share, unless it was by accident.
Yeah, especially because, all right, when you thought Lamar was going to definitely be there and he was getting drafted around the same kind of area, you can kind of make an excuse for it. But now Lamar's going the opposite side of the board,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, there's so much uncertainty around Andrews. It's like you can't even begin to make that call. I don't get it. I have very little Andrews. Let me look up what my Andrews exposure is. I'm at, oh no, that's the rankings.
Is
Uh,
Fields really? What's Fields' ADP these days?
he's
34.
he's been moving up since the DJ trade.
Dude,
Uh,
I am
people are,
loving him this year. Give me
yeah,
as much Justin Fields as I can handle. That guy's electric.
he's going to be fun with the ball. I want to see what the coaching staff does and if they really start leaning into, okay, just get the ball in his hands and either run it or pass it, but more dropbacks. I know they brought in, no, Montgomery left, so they have Herbert. Did they? Oh no, they brought in Deontay Foreman
They
as well.
brought in, yeah.
So maybe some of those short touchdowns kind of go away with him, but you're still going to get some of those 70-yard, 60-yard scrambles that he just like makes look like magic. But all right, I'm one pick away. Who was I saying I was going to look up? Who was it?
You could go, I mean, you could be a homer and go Judy. It wouldn't be a bad decision. Is there a shot Burrow falls to me?
Oh yeah. Well, where's the Higgins owner is the question. Okay, so Judy went.
Higgins is
I don't love this.
Higgins is two back. Higgins is not going to last because that guy has Reek and Higgins and Henry, so he'll go to Les Deux.
I honestly don't love.
It's either Pittman or Najee.
Yeah, I have too much Najee. I'm gonna go London. I have my
Okay.
issue with Pittman
Oh
is
yeah, I didn't see London. He was two down for my scroll.
I'm worried. I'm worried about if they do draft Levis or Richardson or one of these rookies that they're just not going to be passing the ball as much as I want for I guess it is only my wide receiver 4 or I guess wide receiver 3. The thing is those two guys are close. I have more Pittman than I do London. So that's my reasoning. Are you going to get oh no, does that guy have Higgins? Yeah, the Higgins
Yeah,
guy.
the Ledoux guy who had Higgins took Burrow.
Yeah.
Oof, stanky leg.
You're
Gross.
doing so good. Like
You're doing so great.
I'd rather have Hawkinson than him, but Pittman's still good.
So
Terry's
my
still
favorite
good.
out of the bunch is going to
Yeah,
be Terry, and I'm going to take Terry
I
here.
like that. I like that.
And then I think I'm going to grab JSN on the way back.
That's really nice. That's a nice little turn here. Pissing pretty well. I'm gonna add some of these guys as well. I may go Lamar if he falls to me in the 5th, just because I'm kind of weird at
Ooh,
quarterback.
that was a
Uh,
weird one. Jameer Gibbs,
Early, wow,
really early.
and he's been fading after the combine. Yeah, he's down to 60. He was probably no, I guess he was only around 57, 56 before the combine, but he's on the way down, so he easily could have gotten him 12 picks from now. This is a piss board for sure. So
Does he know something we don't?
Buffalo Fox 29. I don't know. Let's see.
I don't know.
Who else does he have on his team? No, he has Jake. No, he has Jacobs, Chubb. He just isn't good at drafting.
Okay, he just sucks.
he's got Jacobs, Chubb, Gibbs, and JJ. And it's okay. Let's see what he does. He'd probably go get Cousins, but
He's got to get Cousins. Yeah, he's going to complete the build.
He needs a lot more. Oh, and Pittman fell to me.
That's nice.
I'll take that.
Yeah, that's a good get at
I'll
54.
take that. I like that. And I think that's probably, I like him in this range of Godwin, Lockett, but I'm definitely taking him over those guys. Yeah.
Look, if the Colts go Levis,
yeah,
I think Pittman is going to have a good year.
Mm-hmm.
If the Colts go Richardson, I think he's going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yes, I think I agree because they're going to be probably losing. Well, I guess they might be losing either way, but they're definitely running the piss out of the ball if Richardson is there. Like designed runs. Levis isn't that kind of guy. He can scramble.
They're the Bears. If Richardson goes to them, they're the Bears.
Yes. Yeah. Or the Eagles like 2 years ago before they had any good receivers.
You mean when they only had 3 first-round picks as their receiving core? Just the wrong
none
first
of,
round picks.
none of them were good. Yeah, was that JJ Arcega-Whiteside, Nelson Aguilar, and Jalen Rager? Yeah.
Yeah, those would be them.
Maybe I think Arcega-Whiteside may have been a second round pick, but yeah,
Still,
I think or it was Smith's rookie year or something. Uh, but yeah, I like how this has turned out. So a little weird with a naked or an unstacked Brown Smith, but there are going to be a lot of other teams that are like that, and I don't think that's a death sentence by any means. So
no, definitely not.
interesting. Quarterbacks are falling a little bit. I wonder if they got any good stacks. Nope, you're just an asshole. And you're just an asshole. Okay. Well, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do at quarterback. I think
Because
I go late and
who
I
are
grab like a Goff or a Geno.
yeah, and it's hard to project where JSN can land a few places, but maybe getting a Howell or a Brissett late as your Terry guy, but see what other stacks you can kind of make. That's how I'm kind of playing the quarterback position right now is what valuable stacks can I get that I like that are near ADP. So
Yeah,
up in
you know
three
what?
picks.
I
Yep.
hate to say it. I may make this a Watson Njoku Moore draft off the bat. Now that
Mm,
we've been thinking about it,
that'd be fun. That'd be fun to get a good yeah, because you'll be let's see, because what's your
I would have to grab Watson at 74.
yeah, which isn't terrible. Is he the next best quarterback available? Yeah, he's the
He
next best
is.
quarterback. So if you want to do that and then go get some of those other guys in that range, I think that's a fine strat for sure. And he should
Yeah,
last that long. Because you're at let me see your team right now.
yeah. I've just a weird mix. I don't have any consistency on the team right
But
now.
that's
That
it.
or what I could do is I could go.
Oh, I'm
If he
on the clock.
falls to me, I could go Pickens, Deontay, and then grab Pickett later.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Evans here and hope that he gets moved. Uh, Yeah, I like Deontay probably next. I probably like Deontay over him, but I have so much Deontay. I don't have a ton of Evans. Uh,
Yeah, if
but
I think I'll go Deontay Watson, and then I'll grab Pickett as my two.
I like that. And Pickett's been falling a little bit too. Is he still in the 150s? Where's Pickett going?
As long as you don't fuck me here, stanky leg. Don't fuck me. He doesn't have a
Oh,
receiver yet.
yeah, he needs a. That's what we were talking about. He needs to fill out that receiving core. Go Brown. Take Brown.
Just yeah,
Yeah, there you go.
yeah.
He listened for once.
Love it.
That's awesome. I like
That's
that.
great.
And then
Although Buffalo doesn't have a quarterback either, and he's made some really bad decisions. So let's see
uh,
what happens there.
oh, he only has one wide receiver as well. He's going to go Burks Tony, I bet, because he
I
had
would hope so.
who had
I will say I love the running backs in this area. Pacheco, Swift. I like Cam Akers this year. I know I'm
it,
probably in the
the,
real minority there.
it's the last group of guys that still have a chance that you wouldn't be surprised if they finish as an RB1. You know, it's the last time
Yeah,
that you could get a guy that it's like if I had to do a zero RB build, you're fine with one of those guys as the anchor if you need it.
100%.
So what are you thinking right here? You're gonna go Watson or you're gonna mix it up a little bit?
No, I'm going to take Watson if he's there. The
Mhm.
alternative is I can go Dotson,
Yep.
and I can grab. I'm gonna see what Buffalo Fox does here, but I actually kind of like that move.
Ah.
Make my decision easy for me.
I hope I get one of Tony or Johnson here. I wouldn't mind Swift at 78. Maybe hope he gets moved. I'll do Swift because I don't have much of him, but I'd probably even like Pacheco a little bit more. But it seems like I'll get one of those three because he went.
So I've missed a lot. Michael Thomas is now 101.
Yeah, I guess so. The idea was back in December, maybe it was early January, he restructured his contract so that they could potentially trade or release him. And,
Correct.
and then I think that they recently decided to restructure again, or maybe they just said that they're going to keep him. Nice. I will be.
Oh yeah, who you getting? Oh baby,
Kadarius,
get him
uh, pissing real hard right now.
as you should.
Yeah, as I always do. Uh, so wait, we were talking about who again?
Oh, we were talking about Jesus, Michael Thomas.
Oh yeah, and I guess there was little whispers that like, oh, like he's probably coming back to New Orleans.
Oh, Moore just went at 80.
Wow, wow.
What the fuck? Ah, it's fucked. Who does that guy even have?
An
Field.
unstacked.
He's got nobody. He's just no stack, no nothing.
That's kind of bizarre.
He's been going way out of pocket on ADP. Look at that team. Fields is on time. Dobbins way early. Sanders way early. Olave way early. Moore way early. That's just not quality drafting.
I wonder if people think Moore is going to move up into this range.
He could, but why would you do that?
But why would you take him there? You're just steaming him up. Like, unless you got like a bunch and you're just trying to do that and steam him up for no apparent reason. But I think that's.
Well, yeah, I guess if you're doing that, like if you're one of those guys maxing it out and you're trying to like
kind of
move the line.
But like so many other people have to be doing that with you to like really make
a dent,
make a big impact. I was hoping Swift would have lasted. So
wow, Swift went to 88. That is realistically, that's probably where he's going to end up. But
yeah, so I'm gonna go Waller and see if I can backdoor Daniel Jones stack.
Yeah, smart move. I like that.
I'll take him. Yeah, I'd love if I can get him at 102 here. So let's see if he makes it back. Otherwise, I'll start taking a look at some of these running backs in this range.
So I think I am going to go Njoku, Jacoby Myers.
Interesting. I don't know what to do with Jacoby yet. I'm kind of hoping that they move on from Renfro because I think he plays better in the slot. And I think they just signed Hooper, right? Which isn't a big threat. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. This is a weird part in the draft where there's like, yeah, you can see these guys kind of getting into the wide receiver 2 conversation, but you don't like love them.
No, you don't like
at value. And
that's but the thing is, if Jacoby Myers is my wide receiver 2, this team has no shot at advancing anyway. Jacoby Myers is a guy who I need to have a couple of pop weeks for me at this point.
Yeah, no, you're right, because this is going to be wide receiver 5. Yeah, I don't mind Jacoby or Zay, because Zay is another sort of unknown that could pop depending on what situation he goes to.
That's irrelevant.
Yeah, Thomas, I'm not touching here.
Not this high. I'd go Juju over Thomas, but I'll go Zay if he's on the board.
Yeah. But I think Juju Zay is who's.
Or I'll go. Well, I might go Herbert here, honestly.
Or do you want to? Did Njoku get drafted? So do you?
Yeah, I took Njoku earlier pick.
So do you want to go DPJ to get the like? Honestly, I think he's the same level as Zay and Juju, and you get your double stack.
Yeah, let's do that. I like where your head's at there.
Because I don't know if he lasts. Because there's only 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, no, he's not going to last. This is my chance to take him. So I grab my double stack. I move on. I'm done with Browns now.
I like that. And then you could figure out those other quarterback stacks. But you at least have one solid one, which always feels good going into the second half of the draft.
Yeah, in reality, like you're probably looking at the Washington quarterback or Pickett. And then maybe as a backup, no, Muth isn't going to last to me. So
111 to because you're at.
I'm at 119. I don't think so. Just because there's a lot of needy teams here. 1, 2.
I'm debating right now between Herbert and Charbonnet.
So there are 4 teams. Or sorry, no, it's just 3 teams that don't have a tight end yet. So I can't imagine he's going to last through 2 rounds. What's the deal with Charbonnet? Why would I want Charbonnet over Rashawn Johnson?
Yeah, so I think so. I was just listening to a podcast. I think it was Pat Kerrane and some other guys this morning, and they were talking about their top running backs, and it's obviously Bijan and then Gibbs, but then I think it was Pat Kerrane was saying he had Sharb at 4, and they were all hyping up Roshan. Sorry, Sharb at 3 and Roshan at 4. I think Charbonnet probably still has value there, but honestly, the real value is Roshan. I wouldn't be surprised if he's the Brian Robinson of this draft, where he just comes in probably a day 3 pick, not a sorry, a round 3 pick, not a round 4 pick.
Yeah, day two.
Yeah, he's a late day 2 pick, I'm guessing. But I think he's gonna play snaps. He's gonna be a pass blocking back that's on the field, and as a rookie, that's really important. And I can see a good team taking him, and that's why I like it. The thing with Charbonnet is he's one of the only guys outside of really Bijan that can be that workhorse back if you want to make him that. He was a Michigan transfer. There was a lot of good running backs there, and he is a senior, so he's a little bit on the older side, especially for a running back. You like to see those early declares from running backs, but he's got some pop potential as well, and some of the dynasty community really likes him. But I'm with you on Roshan. Give me Roshan over Charbonnet at this ADP, but I would love him at 115 if he fell to me. And
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. So I'm
Yeah.
with you there. Like I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
think
yeah.
he has no value. I'm not like, oh, he's higher on my board than Alvin Kamara. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, right.
But at the same time, like you look at Roshan's 10-yard split from the combine,
Mm-hmm.
and when a guy that big can
Mm-hmm.
get out of the box that quickly,
Yeah.
he's gonna do damage at the next level.
Yeah, if he lands in the right spot, fantasy gold.
Mm-hmm. I would love to see him. You know where I'd love to see Roshan Johnson?
Where
Dallas.
I
It would kill Pollard value.
I know,
Give me.
but they would kind of like hurt each other. Like I think long term that would be awesome. Staying in Texas, come on, give me Charbonnet. Staying in Texas with the Cowboys, I think would be awesome. Come on. Okay. I think I'm gonna go B-Rob here. I haven't picked him
That's
in a
an
while.
easy pick.
But I like him.
I love him. You know who else loves him? Ron Rivera.
Yeah, and people are saying like they may be taking Bijan, but they have so many other holes to fix. Like take an offensive lineman that can block for Brian Robinson, and also all of the coders in the world would be so disappointed if there were 2 Washington running backs with B. Robinson on it. It would make data cleaning so difficult. So I just don't want that from my data cleaning perspective because I know that's going to be a headache.
Yeah. Hold on one second, Rob.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
up? No, not yet. Okay, I'll be up in a minute. All right, I'm going to take Hyatt.
Uh-huh.
Grab myself a little rookie receiver there. And then on the turn.
You got to go say hello to some people.
Yeah, my au pair just got here, so I got to
I'll milk the clock for you. Take your time.
I appreciate that.
Cool.
I'm gonna queue this up. Do I go get my QB2 here and go like with a Goff on QB2, grab a couple of Detroit guys late? Who's still available on the
If you can get Goff, I think that's because then all you need is one really late guy. So you can get like a Jacoby Brissett and kind of be done and feel pretty fine about that.
Honestly, I can go 2 QB, Watson, Goff, and feel fine about that.
Yeah. You can play with no. Honestly, you're probably right. I think you go a little fragile at quarterback. That's worth it, especially with the double one. I would probably also add a late rookie tight end because I think that they draft one on day 2 because they just lost Hawkinson. I think that they want someone. It's not going to be the same pass catching guy, but I still think they're going to draft a tight end early. So if you want to add to that Goff stack, that's a interesting one. So that's who you took? Yeah, you got Goff.
Yeah, I went Goff. I think, because I don't see what Detroit receivers are on here. Let's see. Jameson's got there. Josh Reynolds, Khalif Raymond are still there, but those are like super late. Brock Wright, super late. Yeah, I think the goal would be to take like a Dalton Kincaid or a.
I may go Russ. I don't have a ton of him, and I do need some to start drafting quarterbacks. So I think I'm gonna go Russ and see if I can get Greg coming back around. So let's do Russ,
I like that.
and
Yeah,
then
I could see going and getting like a Kincaid or a Musgrave
yeah.
and calling that like a late TE. I like
hmm
that idea.
I would love Darnell Washington there. There are some people who are thinking they may just take him at number 18 and have him block a lot, but that means he's going to be on the field early on. But I think for fantasy, you're right. Musgrave and Kincaid are probably going to be a little bit better this year and probably long term. Uh,
Yeah,
let's see.
I would say so, and I'm pretty much at my fill of comfortable rookies. I would love your take on like the
Mhm.
late rookies.
Yeah,
Like anybody. Let's call it after 200. Like anyone after Zach Evans, or we can include Kendra Miller in there because he's
yeah. Kendrick Miller's solid. A lot of guys in the draft community like him. He's one of the guys that you can squint. Him and Evans are kind of the last two where you can squint and see. Oh, they could get a third down or a three down workload as a
right.
starting running back. Maybe not this year, but eventually. So those two I really like around that area. Some other guys in this range. Chase Brown had a really good combine. He had some injuries his last year, and I think he slipped a little bit. But I think he's going to be a super productive kind of 1B or kind of number two to a pretty good running back here. So hold on, I'm on the clock.
You are. You know what? Hold on
Greg,
one second. I gotta
yeah,
go help carry
you
some stuff. I'm just gonna go off cam and mute, and I'll be right back.
you good. You're good. All right. So, kind of like Chig, honestly. Leaning Chig here, because yeah, these wide receivers don't do a whole lot. I kind of like Foreman, but let's see if I can push it. You know what? No, I'm gonna go Foreman. Oh, nope. So we'll see if we can get Foreman coming back. It's possible. 9 picks away. So Foreman, I'll put in there. Have too much A chain. I like Gibbs. I like Gibson. Actually, with Robinson, it's probably not the move. Um, okay, Foreman went. So let's see. I already had Herbert. Okay, so maybe that wasn't actually the move. So this might wind up being yeah, maybe I go wide receiver and it's a 3-7-7 build. I'll probably try and grab Tim Patrick. So let me make sure. One, two, three, four, five, six. Okay, so maybe not wide receiver here. Don't love Cole. What's Hawk doing? Wandale, I don't mind that. Uh, hmm. Do I go Richardson and try and make that Richardson Pittman stack and hope that's the team? I'll push it though. I have too much late Pittman to want to do
Okay,
that.
sorry, I'm back.
No, you're good.
How'd I
Uh,
do?
you got Wandale, and I think
I'm almost on the clock.
you're almost on the clock. Yeah. So
Okay, so I had him, Daubs, and who else? Him. Yeah, I think I just had him and Daubs in there. So I'm glad I got somebody. All right. Oh, baby, you're gonna let me have ice cold Komet? Fuck yeah! This is a
yeah,
terrible.
at this point in the draft, I'm cool with it. I know. Or did you just snipe? Did you just snipe what's his face? Yeah, you. No, 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 no.
I got Komet.
Yeah, I thought what's his name? I thought Stanky had Fields, but he had Hurts and Lamar, which is like a weird. Like I guess Lamar at 51 and Hurts at 27, you're just getting good value, but it's kind of a weird
My
stack to
team's
make.
weird. Outside of my little Cleveland stack, I don't have any continuity on this team.
All right, I'm gonna get weird and do a little Taysom Hill here. I don't have much of him, and I want to try and push Richardson because I don't love drafting him in the 140s because I have so much of him late. But I do want to see if I can push that Pittman Richardson stack. I don't love it if it's like an actual thing, but it would be interesting to have one of those.
All right, so I know all the mocks are calling Richardson to the Colts. I am like, I would bet a decent amount of money that the pick is Levis.
You're saying if Richardson's on the board?
Even no, yeah, I think Richardson is the fourth guy off the board.
So the thing that people are comparing with Richardson and the Colts is that Shane Steichen is the offensive coordinator there, or the head coach there, and he was the offensive coordinator of the Eagles, and he was the one who set up the offense for Jalen Hurts. So he could see Anthony Richardson and be like, oh, I want to make this guy the next Jalen Hurts, and that's why they're taking him, because they want a running quarterback. So that's the thesis behind it. And also, if you want to go deep down the rabbit hole, they signed Gardner Minshew, right, as their backup quarterback.
Sure.
Guess who's been working out with Gardner Minshew the last 3 months training for the NFL draft? It's Anthony Richardson. So,
I gotcha.
So there's a lot of threads that lead there. But in my mind, I don't think he's getting past the Texans at 2. Like, he could very well go to the Panthers at 1.
He could very well go to the Panthers at 1.
I think the Texans are building a team around a rushing attack. And if you're doing that, why take Bryce Young when Anthony Richardson is there? If you want to run the ball, why bring in Robert Woods, Dalton Schultz, Noah Brown, all these elite pass or run blockers in those skill position players if you're going to have them catch the ball? So in my mind, I think that either the Texans want Richardson, or they want whoever's picking 1 to think that they want Richardson to maybe have Stroud fall. But I don't think Richardson's making it past. I think Richardson's the 3rd quarterback taken. There's been some thoughts that Levis may fall out of the first round completely. Like the first half of the first round, he'll still be okay. So this is what pick?
You are 163.
Okay, I can take Richardson there.
Yeah, that's comfortable.
Anywhere before then, I'm not taking, because I have, like, I showed you that draft from last night, or from earlier on.
Yes.
I showed you last night. I had him at pick 240. He was the very last pick of the draft. So I have too many of those to really be reaching on Richardson. So I'll take him. The upside's worth it, but like, you're taking Jimmy G ahead of Richardson right now. Like, just, you're trying to win 200K.
Right.
Richardson does that. Like, I guess if you have Adams. No, but you have Adams, right? No. This is the. No, but you don't even have. Oh no, sorry, that's not the team.
No, my team. I don't have Adams. What do I want to do here?
Yeah, the guy who took Garoppolo doesn't even have Adams or any other Raider. Like, I don't get reaching for that reason.
So this is going to be a weird one, but I'm doing it.
Let's see. Okay. Well, it goes with your stack, though. So
right, I have Terry, and now I got to go grab. I'm not going to grab Howell at 170, but I'll take one of Howell or Levis late, and
honestly, Jacoby too. I think he's going to start half the season. I think he's a solid starting quarterback. I think he could come in, and if they do well, it's not even Howell's job. So if you want to take a 20th round stab, because you don't need to draft another quarterback right now. If you want to take a 20th round stab, if he's there as your last pick, go ahead. But I think you're good at quarterback with just Goff and Watson, honestly.
I'm taking him a little early, but I fucking love this guy. I'm going to grab as much as I can.
And honestly, it's not that early. What's his ADP?
172, 173. Yeah. 3 picks.
Yeah, that's not, no. Yeah, he's easily the best running back available on this list.
Oh, yeah. It's not close.
I take him right now over Tajay, which I wasn't doing before. I'll take him over Tucker. I'm on the clock. Oops.
Who you got? Yeah, but I have 8 receivers already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I got 8 receivers.
Oh no, I'm taking Tim Patrick.
Yeah, I gotta load up on backs now.
Yeah, and now that's what I'm gonna do. So my build is gonna be how many? 1, 2. Yeah, I'm gonna do a 3-7-7-3 build. So I'm done at wide receiver. 6, 7. Done at wide receiver. Need 4 more running backs, 1 quarterback, and 1 tight end. So, yeah, Roshan's a great pick there. I can't. Who like
Someone took Tucker a few picks before him, and I'm like, I don't
no,
understand that one.
no, I don't get it. And we know we're Syracuse guys. I like him, but like
Love him.
I don't think he's a good dart throw, not a guy you're taking in the 14th round.
Right.
Whereas Roshan is a guy where you could see him coming out of the gate, having a role and being really successful in that role. So I'm a big fan of him there. Like honestly, like going this way, I may like because of ADP, I'll probably still take A Shane there. But if I'm just doing straight up ranking, I have him ahead of A Shane and Wilson. Like probably
Really?
in that Gibson range. I think he has that high of an upside. I think he's going to start going in the second and third round. I know he was drafted later, especially in this draft, like earlier, like a month ago. So you're losing a little bit of value there, but he's still got so much upside. I think it's worth it. I love that pick.
Yeah, I have him. I have a lot of him. I don't know what my exact percentage is, but it is not low.
I got to start looking at. Oh, I'm definitely taking Warren if he's there, or Singletary.
Let's see. What's my exposure? No, actually, it's not that high. I've him in 3 drafts. Well, I've only done a few, but 8.3%.
Wow, Ferguson going 185. I've been smashing him in the 210s and 220s. I still think there's a chance they pick someone else up, but what's his ADP?
It is
Yeah, 207.
207.
I think it's going to start getting closer to this 190 range, especially once the season starts going a little bit, or once the offseason programs start going into gear, and you start hearing little tidbits of news. So, what do you got going on right now? So let's bring up the board.
So
you're
I'm
at
gonna go RB here. I just don't know exactly what I'm gonna do.
because you have 8 wide receivers. Is that?
Yeah, I have 8 receivers, so I think I'm gonna do a 3-6-8-3 build because I'll probably take a late rookie tight end, and I'll take a late rookie. I'll probably take Levis or Brissett late.
Yep, I think that's great. Going 6 running backs with those 2 early and then waiting all the way until the 15th round, I think is a great strategy.
Yeah,
And getting those 4 dart throw guys as well. Because we were talking about a little bit earlier when we were chatting about like if you go hyper fragile with 3
yeah,
of those running backs and then ending there, it's like you're missing out on some opportunity cost of some cheaper running backs that have the opportunity, like Roshan, like Kendre, of rising up if they land in a good spot in the draft. And that's where you're going to get the team that wins 200K is the one that makes a move like that. So that's why I
right.
like those moves. So let's see, who are you thinking
All it
about?
takes. So I'm loving Zach Evans if he's
Yeah,
around.
yeah.
Really, I think it's Zach Evans is the pick, and if not, I think I'm going to scramble and probably do something stupid.
Yeah,
Um,
Tank is fine. I have Tank and Zach. I probably have Zach above Tank, but I think Tank is not a bad option here as well. He could also
he
kind of have a role.
Yeah, he's not a bad option by any means, but I don't think his role so again, we're talking about the ability to score within a week, right?
Hmm.
Like that's
Hmm.
really what we're talking about here. And you give a guy like Zach Evans the nod,
Yeah.
he can do it all.
Yep.
And that's why he's
Exactly.
getting the nod right here. So if he gets in a situation where he's behind a guy or two and somebody goes down and he gets the opportunity and it's the right defense, the right conditions, he has one good game. That's
Hmm.
all it takes when you're a running back in the NFL,
Oh
and the
yeah.
job is his. I mean, look at Donta Foreman.
Hmm. Oh
He
yeah.
struggled for years to catch on. He was a 3rd round pick. He was a great player in college. I think at Texas, if I'm not mistaken.
That sounds right.
Um, and then he was with the Texans for a while. He tore his Achilles or he
Mhm.
tore his patella. He's tore something pretty bad.
Achilles. No, his Achilles is a pretty big deal, and he's one of the only guys that we've seen like come back after. And it took 2 years, but we're only one of the only guys we've seen come back and actually put up those spike weeks that we're looking for.
Well,
Uh,
what happens is Derrick Henry goes down,
mhm.
and then Dontrell Hilliard goes down,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden Donta Foreman is the guy on the Titans.
And you were right, Deontay Foreman out of Texas. So good job there.
Nice. Still got it.
Still got it. Something's still working up there.
Not much.
I'll take Tank here if they're gonna let him fall.
Why not?
I agree. I like those other guys. I think he's probably in a similar range of Chase Brown and like I don't know, James Robinson. Part of me, I love this story. I want it to work out, but part of me thinks that it just might be done for him. Do you want Ford, by the way? I'll leave Ford if that's.
I would love me some Ford late in this draft. Yeah,
I'm hoping that I can get Brown here. Honestly,
I got three. I got one more running back left to take. If it could be Ford, that would be pretty ideal. Otherwise, honestly, I like Abani Kanda. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Like I watched him play a few games at Pitt, and he is fucking spectacular, man, with the ball in his hands. I love him, and I love Deuce Vaughn in that 220 to 240 range.
So Deuce Vaughn is a guy I am having such a difficult time with because he is so much fun to watch, and that's like part of like what the best part of like fantasy football is seeing exciting players on your teams doing fun things. But he is so goddamn small, and I just hope that someone like all it takes is one coach. One coach has to see it. And then they could be like, yeah, that's the guy. Because he had like 200 plus carries or touches like between the tackles. And I forget who was talking about it, but they were talking about his missed tackle rate and how PFF doesn't credit him with a lot of missed tackles because he does so many of them in open space where he's 10 yards away from a guy and he'll do a little juke move and make the guy miss from 10 yards away, make him fall down. But that's not counted as a missed tackle per PFF. So I think he's got a little bit more juice to him than we see in the he took Ritter. I would have liked Ritter. Than we've seen historically. But
he also has a phenomenal name. Deuce Vaughn sounds like a fucking NFL superstar, does he not?
He does. He really does. So I'm gonna take Brown here if he falls, and then I think I'm gonna hope I get Levis coming back. I don't love a double rookie tight end, but like I'm pushing it. I'm going for it. Maybe a Purdy, but I guess do I have any other stacks I can make? Indy, Denver, I did. KC, no. Atlanta, I can't anymore. Okay, so I guess
you can take Tanny and do the Chiggy Tanny stack.
There you go. I don't have any Tannehill, so I'm gonna do that late. So I'm gonna take Brown. How are these quarterbacks? Yeah, I'm gonna push it. Actually, maybe not. Let's see if I can get this in time. I can't get it in time. I missed it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right. No, look, you're good with Brown. Like that's fine.
No, I like him, and I like him ahead of those other guys.
And everyone else picking before you on the way back.
Oh, and one of them is you too. So you're not taking him. And
I'm obviously not taking Tanny. I am potentially taking Levis on the turn.
Yeah,
but I'm going to grab. Actually, I might grab Levis up front, and then take Ford on the back.
Yeah, because Buffalo, he's taking a quarterback.
Yeah, Buffalo also just fucking sucks. I wouldn't be surprised if Stanky Leg right here took Levis.
No,
he's going 2 QB.
You got to go. You can't take a third quarterback.
Not with Jalen Lamar. I forgot that he had.
No,
I love this guy's build.
The two, and when you're getting it at that value, I guess I don't really mind it that much. You took Ronald Jones. Give me Mike Davis over Ronald Jones. Like,
Ron Jones, that's why I think Dallas is going to draft a running back.
I think Malik Davis is fine. I think they will, but I think he's competing with Ronald Jones, not Malik Davis. Malik Davis looked good. Ronald Jones couldn't get on the field ahead of whoever. He couldn't get ahead of Clyde Edwards-Helaire. You know, like I think we know what he is.
Yeah, that's sad.
Yes.
Oh, you know what? I actually have been meaning to look this up. Where is Rashad Penny going now?
Oh, it's stupid. It's stupid.
114?
Yeah, it's stupid. It's dumb. And again, to my point, this is exactly why you draft those types of running backs. We were talking about that 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago when we were on here. We were like, this doesn't make any sense that he's going in the 180s. And we just kept every time it was like, let's just do it. We just powered him every single time he showed up near the queue. It was like, okay, we're just taking him. I don't care if I need a running back. We're gonna take him. You know. So yeah, what are you thinking here?
Yeah, I think I am going to grab Ford,
I like it.
and
I like it.
then I will grab a tight end with my last pick.
That's great. Yeah, Ford at 19. You're going to start seeing him go in the 100s after the draft. I think. I don't think they're going to spend. Well, they just traded their second round pick, so they don't have a first or a second round pick to take a running back. They're definitely not going to take it with a third. So you're talking about a day 3 running back at best, competing for that backup role with him. And especially talking about what we were discussing with Chubb before, how he's not a great fit.
Right.
Jerome Ford is a pretty good fit.
Is a good fit.
Do not.
And he's going to step into that Kareem Hunt role. I mean, look, not for nothing, but Kareem Hunt is I forget the stat. RB3 when he had over 50% of the carries not last year, because last year he fell off a cliff.
Exactly. Yep.
But the 2 years prior when he was on Cleveland, I think it was RB3 when he was getting over 50% of the running back usage.
They have a great offensive line there. And remember Dearness Johnson as well. When there was that one game where Chubb and Hunt were both out. It was against the Broncos, and he went off for like 20-something points. And it's because they got a great offensive line. They know how to run the ball. Again, I want to see what happens with Deshaun and how they change their running game after that. They obviously want to be, Hardy. Hardy's a fun wide receiver at end of drafts. He's a speedster that could play that Isaiah McKenzie role better than Isaiah McKenzie did.
Yeah, but isn't Shakir going to be the slot guy?
But in the 19th, 20th round, like I'm totally fine because you're looking for 1 or 2 of those spike weeks. But yeah, 100%. It's going to be. I think so. My thing is, I don't think Gabe Davis is as locked in as that number 2 compared to the value that you're getting 3 and 4 at. Like I think 100%. Those 3 should be a lot closer together. So give me Shakir and Hardy at end of drafts like that, especially with Josh Allen. You're just thinking, all right, biggest guy with the biggest cannon in the league. Let's get one of the fastest guys who's like a kick returner also. Let's get him running down the field catching bombs. So let's get a little bit weird with running back here. I want to try and get a guy that I don't have a lot of. Thanks for.
Did you get Tanny, by the way?
Yeah, I did. So thanks for reminding me about that because I totally forgot that I had
Chiggy.
Yeah, that would have been fun. Oh, do I want to? Wait, Kyle.
I kind of want to look at some of these teams. These guys are some of these guys are really fucking amateur.
All right, so what do you think about me going a 3-6-8-3 build with Kyle Phillips instead of taking like a Kelly or a Haskins or a Davis?
So I love that. So you have no Woods. Phillips essentially is the every down slot guy. Woods is not taking slot time away from him anymore.
I guess the question is, am I too weak at running back? Or is it like just I'm going to be risky, but let's just make that bet. I like
because make the bet.
I'm not going to have many Tannehill teams, so I'm probably not going to have many Kyle Phillips teams. So when I do have Tannehill, let's try and stack it up to see if it works.
I like that for you. I like that a lot. And my boy Deuce Spawn went 2 picks before. Love that. 3 picks before.
Yeah, 20th round Deuce. I like the dart throw. Even 19th is probably fine. But I think I was even catching myself sneaking him up into the 17th, 16th round before the combine. Because I love the film. He looks exciting. He looks like a guy you want to root for, but he's like 5'6". So
all right. So my top 6 running backs, because 3 are all at 25% drafted. Deuce Vaughn, number 1, 33.3%.
Oh, wow. 33% for Deuce. I love it. Continue. Oh, you're on the clock, by the way.
Yeah, I have someone took Musgrave. Damn it.
So who are the
pick before me too?
So Laporta is pretty solid as well. Oh God, these tight ends fell off a cliff. Yeah. Or Kuntz, or do you want to go Kuntz and get the Raz score king?
Well, I could. Well, definitely not. I could take...
you took Allen Robinson.
Oh, so I ran out of time.
I thought you knew. I was like 1. I said 2.
No. No. Damn it. I did not. God damn it.
That's the perfect way.
That is so me. That is so typical me.
I haven't made a YouTube short yet, but if I do, that's gonna be the YouTube short.
That'll nail. That's perfect. Come on.
That was awesome.
Is he even on a team? I guess he's still on the Rams, but that's ugly. Fuck.
I love it. It was the last pick. We were so good. Even your auto pick where you knew you were like getting away. You had the queue set up. And what do you learn? You gotta put guys in the queue.
Gotta put guys in the queue. I had Musgrave in the queue.
Yeah, you thought it was gonna be Musgrave.
And I didn't think the guy was gonna take him, but he took him. All right, let's see.
We'll go down here. So we'll go through your squad first. Jamar Chase, Walker, Brees Hall, Terry McLaurin, JSN, Deontay. I think that's a fantastic first 6 rounds. Deshaun, Njoku, DPJ. You get your little Cleveland stack. You're going to start seeing that a lot of those Cleveland guys kind of going 7, 8, 9, especially probably closer to some of these turns. So I really like that. Hyatt there is really good. Goff, you get your stack with.
I don't have a Detroit stack.
Oh, I thought you had.
I should have gone Brock Wright and just called it a day.
I guess you. I get it, and no, yeah, you probably should have.
I probably should have just done that, or at least loaded him in there.
Yeah,
as what I'm looking at? I'm looking at OJ Howard.
Yeah, because where did he just go again?
He went to Vegas.
That's the guy. Well, did they have Hooper too?
They got Hooper and Howard. But Howard's a much better athlete than Hooper is.
Yeah, and we saw a couple spike week touchdowns where Howard scored for you. So honestly, 20th round Howard, especially on Raider teams, I guess I don't mind too much. Yeah,
I could have gone Logan Thomas.
Yeah, just not Allen Robinson. That was
just not what happened.
That's so funny. Oh man. Hey, you win some, you lose some. And then we'll finish up. You had after Goff, Wandale, Colt Kmet, Curtis Samuel getting some more of the Washington. So that would be interesting if Levis fell to Washington. That could be actually a realistic thing. So I could see that would be super unique too. Obviously, we've spoken enough about. I love this little. I love this build. We have the 2 elite guys. Obviously, he's not going to be playing right away. But if you can get one of Roshan, Kendry, or Evans to really do something for you, you're cooking with fire there. Cooking with gasoline. I guess you're always cooking with fire. But then
not when you're cooking with electric.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And my squad, I got A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. Went for Jalen Hurts, but obviously didn't fall, understandably. Tony Pollard, Drake, Michael Pittman, Evans, Tony, Waller, Herbert, Robinson, Russell Wilson, Chig, Taysom Hill. Probably went a little too heavy on tight end. I think I forgot that I'd taken Chig when I took Taysom,
yeah.
But I didn't love a lot of the guys. It'll be unique for me. I usually am taking tight ends after this range, so that'll be unique. Richardson, Tim Patrick for the Denver Russell Wilson stack. Jalen Warren, Tank Bigsby, Chase Brown. So very similar to you, getting those 3 rookie, or I guess Jalen Brown's not a rookie, but young backup potential starter running backs, and then Tanny and Kyle Phillips coming in the end. So
yeah, little. Yeah, I mean, look, frankly, Chig is gonna. I think Chig is gonna explode this year.
I think so too. If he can get that volume up, if they use him more, that's all you got to do. If he gets that usage, like he can easily be a top 5 tight end. You always see guys in this range that shoot up into the top 5, and I can easily see him because where is he going? What's his overall tight end? Oh no, we can't.
I think he's tight end 14.
Yeah, I'll bring up the rankings right now. So he is tight end 15. So like 15. I could easily see him finishing in the top 5 just off of pure volume. Like you could see Andrews, Kittle, Pitts easily not finishing in the top 5 next year, and someone like a Chig. I'm a big fan of what's his face? Who were we talking about? Where did the Dallas guy go?
Oh, Ferguson.
Where's he?
He's right there, right in the middle of your screen.
Oh, there you go.
Down,
Thank
down.
you.
There you go.
So in the 200s, he's another guy because we saw it with Dalton Schultz 2 years ago. Random guy. We thought it was going to be forgetting who the other tight end that they
It
had
was
there.
was it Escobar at the time?
Escobar was like drafted that year, like before then, but it was Jeff Swaim was his name, I think.
Jeff Swaim? He's a Titan.
I
Jeff Swaim.
I want to say he was a Cowboy with Schultz, and he got hurt. Jeff, what's his name? Jeff what?
Swaim. It's
Swaim.
SWAIM.
Yeah, so he was a Cowboy, and then he got hurt. People thought he was going to be the pass catching guy. Schultz was the only guy there, and he popped off. I could see that being Jake Ferguson this year as well. So big fan. I know we're a little bit over the hour here. So any last sort of thoughts or words just on this draft or on best ball in general? How you feeling?
Keep a Q. Don't draft Allen Robinson.
I love it. I haven't made a YouTube short before, but over the weekend or tomorrow or something, I'm going to try and find a way and do a YouTube short of that because that is too funny.
And then, of course, subscribe to the Fantasy Sports Matrix. Hit the subscribe button. You know you want to.
Thank you. And leave a like, all of the viewers. We appreciate it. Thank you so much. I will not be streaming on Friday because I will be in Los Angeles, but I will be back on Tuesday night probably for a draft, and then hopefully are doing Tuesdays and Fridays going forward for a little bit. But yeah, thanks for hopping on, and follow Hochberg on all of his social channels. Follow Alteryx on LinkedIn.
It's terrible social channels for Hochberg. Alteryx is great though. Phenomenal piece of software. And dude, congratulations, man. I hope everything goes. I hope it's very boring. And smooth.
Right. Yeah. We had a little scare. My dad was like, he sent me a little text like, "Hey, do you have time to like talk?" And I was like, "Oh no, like what's going on?" And everything was okay, but he scared me a little bit with that text. Like, don't sound so serious when you want to like have a conversation right now, right? Like be a little more friendly if it's not that big of a deal. So yes, fingers crossed. Thank you, appreciate it. Much love. Can't wait to do more of these as the off season progresses. But talk to you later. Thank you so
brother.
much.
Talk soon.
Have a good night.
You too.